Alright, so welcome back to XCOM 2. Last time we suffered a very demoralizing defeat in which we failed to accomplish our mission objective.
In close quarters like the Avenger. Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're gonna have to pick things up on the fly.
We failed to complete the objective, and we lost both Monica and Rylan, and Nick himself was wounded, though not as severely as we had originally suspected, so he's out for 6 more days, and we have Patrick O'Malley back in 2, and we will have hopefully at least 2 veterans to bring on our next op. Hopefully Nick comes back up by the time so he can get some revenge. But yeah, things are looking pretty bad.
We have a lead on the alien black site, but we'll have to rely on the local resistance to actually get us into the facility. We should try to make contact with their forces in the region as soon as possible. It's the only way we're going to find out what's behind this so-called Avatar project.
So we have a lead onto our first facility. We'll have to make contact with the new Arctic, and we'll have to do some things to get to that point and research some technologies. For now, we will try to pick up these supplies. So we got Patrick back. It looks like some research is finished.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
Alright, so we have to examine an Advent officer
The Advent officers
corpse.
have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
Alright, so now we've unlocked autopsy capabilities, and we also have the Advanced Warfare Center available for construction. Though we did fail to get an engineer in the last mission, so we cannot begin clearing out further spaces in the ship to build it. So that's quite unfortunate. For our next thing, I think we're gonna go for resistance communications, so that we can begin to
Contact you when I have a full report available.
expand our network and gain more resources, as we desperately need them, especially given the setback that we just had.
Strategic resource located. Setting course.
I'm gonna go ahead and fly back to HQ here and see if we can't hopefully buy an engineer. That would be very useful. Oh no, they're not available. Alright, well, the best we can do is gain some intel, which we getting
we
very
have
slowly.
allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are
Alright,
willing
so
to
here's
share
our mission.
their knowledge of Advent's operations. The aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
Alright, this appears to be a rescue mission. We have a rescue mission to save Dr. Craig Bennett, my dad. And we are going to have to rescue him from a cell. Once again, it would be marvelous to have a specialist to unlock the cell from a distance, but Dietrich is out of commission for 7 more days. I will go ahead and lead the mission, being the highest rank. We have 2 grenadiers, and I will use them. Patrick and Nick are available. And we will also bring Ryland. So here's hoping Nick gets some vengeance.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
This is taking sweet fucking time. Here we go.
The Resistance is asking for our help in rescuing an important VIP of theirs that was recently captured by Advent forces in this region. Recon indicates plenty of hostile activity in the area. We'll need to lock down the AO, secure the VIP, and eliminate all enemy contacts standing in our way.
So hey guys, if you guys have any VIPs or people that can become engineers, scientists that we may have to rescue or get in rewards, that's another thing that I'm looking to get as a, you know, we need more of those to keep things interesting, because right now we're going into break my dad out of prison and pull him out of there. So if you want us to try and save someone, you know, throw out some VIPs that we can throw in there. Alright, we start on a roof.
Menace 1-5, we have a confirmed location for the VIP. Move to rendezvous. Eliminate all hostile contacts.
Which is useful for a sniper position from the beginning. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to tell if there's civilians like right down where we drop. So I'm going to move myself first, since I'm going to stay up here. I'm going to try move over there. You know what? I should have switched out to the DMR. That's what I should have done. Alright, do we see at the base? We don't really see the base. Which is bad, because we could just run into civilians. So I'm going to go ahead. You can kind of tell there's not any there, but on either side of it. Because if there's civilians at the base of this tower and we jump down right in front of them, which I've had happen plenty of times, they will reveal us and we will lose our concealment.
Location confirmed.
So we're going to kind of stay up on this roof and see if we can't move closer to the objective over here. And we do have a time limit for this. We have 12 turns. So we don't have much time to spare.
Location confirmed.
Alright, so we do have contact. It is a captain and just a regular trooper. There's a bit of this statue here might be a bit of a pain. In fact, I only have shot on that guy. So I'm gonna try, well, there's not much cover. I'm gonna move to this corner.
10-4.
Oh,
Hostile
we've got
forces spotted.
two groups. We have a group with a sectoid and a trooper, which I had initially thought was not a big deal, but as we all know,
Confirmed on the move.
I was mistaken. So we're gonna set up
Getting it done.
along this ridge line. And we're gonna, hopefully, it would be great if these guys moved closer together. Alright, that's good. Not too close now. Alright, well, they're staying close. Thinking we might open it up with just a frag grenade from Ryland, since this is the Grenadiers ones have longer range, so they'll be more useful later on, whereas this is a good opportunity for Ryland to get his frag off. Just wondering who I want in Overwatch to react, and I'm wondering if I want to do that or start by sniping a guy, but I think I'm going to put myself into Overwatch, and I'm going to put O'Malley in Overwatch. I'll leave Nick free to react, possibly use his grenade launcher to finish these guys off, and open it up with his grenade. Oh shit, I fucking did the wrong. Alright, well, he rolled a 4 on the trooper, which is pretty sweet. I was hoping I'd go for someone else. Oh, I missed. That's shitty. It's probably because he was so close that I missed.
Shot failed to connect.
Alright.
Enemy destroyed.
Yep, and now they're over here. See, Ryland can destroy his cover, but it's not that big of a deal at the moment. I'm gonna have Ryland move over here and Overwatch from this position. That's a good hit. So he's gonna resurrect. Now this Advent Trooper is free to move and try to do something. He might move closer and try to get a shot off. Yep. He fires and hits me. Alright, so they do have cover.
I'm on the move.
It is possible that Patty might be able to destroy both their pieces of cover. Not really. I do want to focus that trooper. The trooper is more trouble. go ahead and move Nick over here. And he's going to fire on this trooper and finish him off. But he missed. Fuck. That was such a high percentage. What the fuck? Alright. Alright, I'm thinking this is a good opportunity to use my grenade then.
This is for you.
So we finished off that sectoid. We have an 89% chance to hit. Ryland takes him out and gets a promotion, I believe. That is his first kill. Ba-boom. Alright, so that ate up a fair amount of turns.
Are inbound on your current position. Firebrand has a limited window to provide extraction.
We're gonna start to move rather aggressively into here.
Confirmed.
I'm tempted to try and blow this wall up, and then we can move around the outside. I think that might be our best option.
On the move. I'm on the move.
We just started another group. Alright, I'm gonna try and take out that Advent Trooper. Awesome. Very good. There's not too much that Sectoid can do right now to really fuck us over.
Position confirmed.
And this means we will have eliminated 3 groups. So I'm not really expecting all that many more to pop up. He's got heavy cover at the moment, so we'll go ahead and overwatch. He didn't get in range. Now we gotta see what he'll do. It looks like he's gonna try and resurrect. No. Okay, so they disoriented Ryland. Which is one of the less
Okay then.
worrisome things that could have happened. For sure. I want to keep track of our grenades here. We got 1 grenade on each of them. Nick has a flanking opportunity. I could have just moved over to this. This has heavy cover, but whatever. It's very little difference. So that's good damage right there.
Gonna need to reload soon.
Sorry, my headset just wigged out. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this shot. Bam. There we go.
Enemies down.
That should remove the disorientation from Ryland. It doesn't? Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and work on breaching this wall. Now we just have to make sure I don't kill my dad.
Grenade.
So we're gonna go ahead and launch it right there to blast the wall down. Ah, shit. That is some tough stuff. Alright. Well, it looks like we're gonna be doing this the hard way.
I'm doing something.
That wall did not want to go down. He's still disoriented despite that. Alright, we're going to... You can't open the door? You can't open the door while disoriented. That is ridiculous.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
Now I'm getting concerned about time. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to open the door. You can't open a door while disoriented. We're going to Overwatch.
Some.
I'm going to move Nick up to here
Good copy. Moving on target.
and Overwatch. It appears that alley is clear. Like this appears to be clear, so we can hopefully book it over there. I'm gonna reload.
Oh yeah.
Start to work my way down as well.
Moving to designated coordinates. On Overwatch.
Alright, so Rylan is finally free of his disorientation. There's a box over here. There's a loot crate, which we can hopefully
On my way.
retrieve something from. This room appears to be clear. Very good. Unfortunately, the container was empty,
Got the goods.
which is shitty. Alright, so now we're going to move over
Moving
here.
to designated coordinates.
That doesn't look like something you'd use to help someone, does it?
Some nasty experiments going on there. Gonna move to this heavy cover.
Moving to position.
There's a door right there. And this room is clear, so it should be safe to move through there. We don't have to bust through the door. I'm going to move over to
Rolling
here.
out.
This mission's looking pretty good. I'm fully expecting enemy reinforcements to drop in at some point, though. So, is there doors here? Not really. We'll move Ryland over
Copy
here.
that.
I'll put Nick in Overwatch. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hack this door.
Hacking in now.
Gun from region. This contact cost nearby region by 50%. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a slightly more likely one. Penny's not a particularly efficient hacker, so the chances for getting either of those things was really poor. But we got the door open, and that's what we want.
The VIP is secure and we're on the move. Menace 1-5 status confirmed. VIP is in tow. Proceed to the extraction
Alright,
point.
so we do have the VIP now. We've retrieved
Those on
Craig.
target position now.
And we can begin
Moving out.
working our way up.
Affirmative. Covering now. Heading out. Got it covered.
Basically just hoping no aliens kick their way through that door on this turn.
Copy that.
I am fully expecting enemy reinforcements to drop.
Looks like they've called in some
Yep,
friends.
that is rather far away. So the bad thing is we're not really gonna be able to ambush them. The good thing is it's not really that close to our position. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door. Move Rylan over here.
now.
Patty can basically just move to here.
Affirmative. Moving out.
And Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Nick can move
Roger
over to
that.
here. Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Can actually get my dad out of here on this turn.
VIP secure and in position for evac.
So, mission accomplished.
VIP is secure.
VIP has been secured. We're gonna go ahead and move over here. Now we have 2 turns to get everyone the fuck out of here. Alright. So we're gonna move Ryland up here.
Getting it done.
And he doesn't see anything. Alright, here's the test. I can get out. Nick is the furthest. Nick cannot get out this turn, so he has to get out the next turn.
Rolling. Overwatch. Affirmative. Moving out. Come get some.
Alright,
Moving to Overwatch.
we're gonna end the turn. I am not shooting that great this mission.
Come on! Advent forces on the ground.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Alright, well,
-1-5, you're out of time. Get to the evac point now.
time to book it.
Got it.
Couldn't do any last minute
Ready to boogie.
parting casualties, unfortunately. It would have been nice if one of those shots hit. But it is time to get the fuck out.
Getting out of here. Moving on target location. Let's go. Let's go.
And everyone's out.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That went much better than the last mission. That successful shot percentage is really bad, though, considering we missed a lot of shots that should have landed, but it's not as many as last time. We missed so many shots that should have landed last time, which is why our shot percentage was 50% on the last mission, despite the fact that we only took one that was under 50%, which we hit. So we were pretty unlucky last time with the shots landed, and that caused some serious trouble. But quite a few people making their way to the leaderboard this time. I was most under fire despite being the sniper, and dealt the most damage. Nick made the most tax. He was quite eager to get revenge, and Ryland, the eager beaver new rookie, moved the furthest. I'm not sure. It's either going to be wounded or gravely wounded for myself, which is unfortunate because I'm our highest ranking officer at the moment.
We're taking Advent apart
Gravely
one mission at
wounded,
a time,
so
Commander.
I'm going to be out for
Impressive
quite a
work.
while, despite the fact that I just made Sergeant. Lightning Hands is much better early on. Deadeye is great, but that quote-unquote small aim penalty is not that small, and until we get like perception PCSs and advanced scopes and stuff, it is really not worth the risk, whereas Lightning Hands basically gives us a free attack. And I also might spec him out to be more of a gunslinger and work in combination with the DMR maybe. Nick, we're going to go with blast padding to increase survivability. We don't have to worry about armor just yet. Later on, we most definitely will. And Ryland got his requested class, and he is a sharpshooter. He is I believe, our second sharpshooter. Alright, we managed to pick up a stock. Very useful. Guarantees at least some damage, even on a miss. A laser sight, which improves critical hit chance. And a expanded magazine, something very useful for snipers.
Another impressive effort, Commander. My expectations
And
were high,
grenadiers.
and yet you have exceeded them.
Alright, so we extracted the VIP. We get a scientist. I'd much prefer an engineer at this point in time, but hey, a scientist, I'll take it. And we got 89 intel.
Commander, the ongoing
And I am
stress of
shaken.
combat can shake
I
up
got
even the
shot
best of our
once,
soldiers.
and now I'm
As
shaken.
long as we keep 'em healthy,
So this means
I'm sure they'll recover
my
in
character
time.
has reduced will. So he's more vulnerable to psionic attacks and more vulnerable to panicking in the event that stressful things
Advent's
happen.
officers might be more
To
resourceful
remove
than
this, we
average
can
trooper,
bring
but I
myself,
doubt our forces will
if
have any
we
trouble bringing in a test
go on a
subject
mission
like Tiger to look
and
at,
I get a
especially
kill
since he's
and I
not
don't
asking
get
for a
hit,
live one.
then I
There's not a
will
whole lot
recover,
that surprises me these days, but
and I'll
I'm
actually have
curious
more
to see
will
if the
than
chip
I
we
initially
pull from
had.
the commander really
So
is
I'll
connected
be
to the ones
strengthened in my
Advent's been
resolve,
using
having
in their
recovered from
captain.
my shaken
Thank you for
status.
sending additional support staff to assist me, Commander. I will make sure they are put to good use.
So that actually ups our resistance communications speed. It's going to be done in 1 day. Now we have another thing of supplies, which we might as well investigate because we're
Avenger plotting
currently
new
doing
course.
absolutely nothing. So that's great.
Guerrilla Tactics
The Guerrilla
School
Tactics
now
School is
operational.
done. Alright, let's take a look. Alright. So, we're gonna go ahead and start training personnel here. We'll get Chris in here. Chris wanted Ranger, I believe, and we lost our veteran one. So we might as well get one. So Chris will start training in here. He should have started showing up. I don't know why he didn't. Squad size 1, definitely getting that. And Vulture, this is also another good one to get. Might want to get Wet Work. These new abilities will unlock as we get soldiers that increase in rank. This is a nifty thing, the leader training station. I've downloaded a mod that allows the guerrilla tactics school to basically give characters a new class, which is the leader. And this is a class that works alongside their class and can provide buffs to the entire team, but you can only have one leader in a squad at a time, so we have to be rather picky with who we make our squad leader, as that limits who we can bring on to missions and whatnot. So, awesome, we got our Guerrilla Tactics School up and running. Unfortunately, we are not able to start work on anything else at the meantime, so we might as well get... We're gonna go ahead and get Vulture. We're gonna pick up more things. And we're gonna go ahead and jump to the geoscape. Continue working on this. Our research is done.
To be as intriguing as I do, Commander.
With this, we can work on establishing contact with new regions, and thus increase our monthly income. From here, we are going to go ahead and research.
The Advent officers appear to be similar, if not physically the same as the common Advent trooper in terms of power and agility. However, field reports indicate a more developed mental acuity, as the officers do provide tactical directives to the subordinate Advent forces.
Go ahead and do the autopsy.
From my own experience, Advent generally deploys heavy security rather than subterfuge when it comes to protecting their primary facilities, at least the ones I had access to personally. If they have gone to the trouble of hiding this black site, I suspect our findings there will lead us to even greater questions.
Most certainly.
Commander, we can now work to establish contact with local resistance groups operating out of regions around the globe. Once we've collected sufficient intel to make contact, we'll need to scan the target region for the operative signal.
Alright. So now we have new regions to make contact with. We can contact either New India or New Arctic. And we might want to... Well, that'll give us 60, and that'll give us 60. I'm surprised we can't contact Europe from here. That's surprising. That'll get us into the northwestern United States. It'll be nice to see what bonuses the continents provide. For that, we need to research the radio beacons. So we'll go ahead and pick up these supplies.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network?
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe. subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness.
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live admin officer.
Like I said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
New objective added.
Alright, so we've unlocked the Proving Ground facility, and we've got a project to complete the Skulljack project in the Proving Ground, and then to use the Skulljack on an Advent officer. I'm in no rush to do this, though.
You are, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest information.
The Advent captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
I'm going to focus my priorities on basically making sure we can survive.
If we're going to try to build this skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
And basically try to recover from failing that one mission, which is definitely hurting us. We are getting a supply drop in a little bit, and that will also unlock some personnel to pick up at Resistance HQ, which hopefully includes an engineer, and I would very much like to be able to afford it. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the Advent Trooper.
Knowing that my past surgical experience is limited, I am sure the crew appreciates that I hone my skills on fallen Advent forces before triaging our own wounded. To the uninitiated, the common Advent trooper is seemingly human. The aliens have disguised its most glaring divergence from the human form with a carefully designed helmet.
Alright, Chris has finished his training and is now a ranger. Let's move to the Guerrilla Tactics School here and work on Brayden. I would like for him to become a specialist. So there he goes. Starts training. And you got Chris, Bradford. I think that's Brayden in the back there, and it looks like Rylan right there. We're just about done there.
You should
Ba-boom.
establish contact with the local resistance network as soon as possible. The aliens are undoubtedly moving forward with their plans.
Alright, so we picked up the supplies here, 63, a pretty good amount. And then we are going to go ahead and make contact.
After we pay the initial intel cost to make contact, we'll
40
have to scan
intel.
the region for a few days before the local resistance cell comes out of hiding. Once we find them, we'll be up and running in the new region.
Setting course for the Arctic territories.
Commander, using intel collected so far, we've managed to locate a resistance cell operating out of this region. It'll take us some time to scan for their exact position, though. Incoming message for you, Commander. Patching it through to your quarters now.
It is unfortunate, Commander, that your recent efforts have proven to be so mediocre.
Yeah, that because of the failed guerrilla op. So, nothing great.
Commander, we have intel suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede every...
Alright, so, what we've got is the aliens find a mole within the resistance, reducing the retaliation counter by 2 weeks. So, the Advent will launch a counterattack on one of our resistance holdouts. sooner. And this one is the aliens increase the strength of their encryption, increasing all intel costs by 100% for a month. This is bad. If we get a choice from preventing either of these, we're going to pick Alien Cipher. This is really, really bad. Like, doubling the intel cost of stuff and reducing our rate of expansion is really bad, and we need to avoid that if at all possible. This retaliation is going to happen anyway. It's an extra mission, and it's potentially actually increases our revenue if we are successful in countering that mission. So
Commander,
I'm in no
the
rush
Resistance has a hidden
to
cache of
stop
resources
that.
stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save the few hours. Where is that even dropped? Oh, over there. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and save the few hours and just stay here.
Did not think I could have predicted this outcome, though it is intriguing. Despite a thorough analysis, I have yet to discover what, if any, advantage the Advent hybrid soldiers' enormous eyes provide. Testing their visual acuity will no doubt prove difficult.
Alright, so this unlocks a battle scanner. It's a little kind of grenade type weapon that we can throw and scan the battlefield. We're gonna go ahead and research resistance radio.
I had assumed you'd make that research a priority, Commander. I'll notify you as soon as the report is available.
Nothing on the local comms.
Oh,
Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive
system-
signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end. Even as I speak to you today,
Gun incoming on approach!
Your signal's breaking up.
outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you!
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again!
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Commander, we have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out.
so they have retaliated for Operation Steel Prince in West Asia.
Setting course for the West Asian Corridor.
Excellently, we have 5 soldiers we can bring out now. As for who will lead this one, we'll go ahead and let Nick take the leadership position. We'll bring Diedrich as a specialist. I'd like to promote him and get him working on some stuff. We'll also bring Patty for a second grenadier. Ryland as our sharpshooter, and Chris, fresh out of training, and our new ranger. This is a pretty good squad, I think. It's all of our veterans. Well, not all of our veterans, but no rookies. This is a pretty gung-ho style one, so that's a good good squad, I think, for our initial mission. I'll go ahead and tweak with our settings here, and let's see how we do in protecting these civilians on the next time.